What is up, guys? How is it going today? Yes, we are back with another flipping and money-making live stream. Welcome, everybody in the chat. Welcome to the stream. We're going to try to absolutely crush it today, guys. Going to do my best to make as much as possible. But last stream, guys, I cannot lie. Last stream, we absolutely crushed it on the exchange. I think we had like a 10 mil session. Very, very nice. Do I think we're going to be able to achieve the same things today? Potentially. This is about a day and a half after the update has come out. That update being the... what is it called? The Theater of Blood challenge mode, right? So we will see if we maybe still have some good margins. I'm actually not entirely sure, but we're going to do our best to hunt them down. We have Ice-T popping in the chat. He says, a stream to cheer me up. Good to see you, Ice-T, and happy Friday as well. Now, let's crack into it today, guys. Enough chit-chat. Let's go in and try to flip some of the Sides of Vitur. Now, currently, the Side of Vitur is actually pretty low in price. I'm actually surprised that this thing is currently sitting as low as it is. Do I think it will continue to go back up? Most likely. It does depend how well the update is received by the community and how many people actually are interested in doing the challenge mode even at this point in time. We have T-Freeze saying, my man, good to see you, T-Freeze. Thank you for tuning in. And welcome, everybody. Happy Friday to everyone. Hopefully everyone's doing well today. I know I am, and I'm just absolutely ready to crush it on the Grand Exchange today. And of course, we have the Scythe of Vitur listed at first here, currently advertising about a 1.5 mil margin. We're aiming for about a 1.3. We're going to hope to get that as soon as possible. We do see a decent margin on the Arcane Spirit Shields as well, so definitely an item I'm going to follow up on as well. And this item might have been pumped a little bit. It doesn't really look familiar. Not familiar, but the margins look a little bit iffy, right? So I'm going to go in and only list 2 of these for 200k about underneath the margin. We have Alharith as well. He says, yo, what is up? Good to see you, Alharith. Happy Friday, man. It's good to see both my mods in the chat, man. Great to have you guys. And the Grazi continuing on an upward trend. Do I think that's going to continue? I would say there's a good chance. We might as well try to flip that, right? If we do think it's going to keep going up, let's try and get in on a few of those. We'll try and do 3 of them. Still have a 996 million GP left. You know what that means, guys. We're listing the Twisted Bow. Let's go ahead and try to smack some Twisted Bows around as well. A great item to flip, man. Love flipping Twisted Bows. We have Vindes. Oh my god, everyone in the chat today, man. It's great to see everyone, man. This is amazing. Glenn Chung saying, hi, Scape. Good to see you, Glenn. We have Mark Baker saying, yo. We have Keith saying, hello from the Isle of Man. Happy Friday. Yo, happy Friday, everyone. Let's have a great freaking day today, man. We also have Mark Baker saying, Tebow flips. I love it. Absolutely. Hector saying, hello from Venezuela. Shout out to Venezuela, man. Hopefully you're doing well. And welcome, everybody, to the chat today. Hopefully you can understand my English. And let's smack the like button today, guys. We're at 8 likes already. 18 people in here. Welcome, everybody. This is crazy. Great turnout today already. So definitely drop a like, man. Big man says OSRS Klusa. Good to see you as well, Klusa, man. Welcome to the stream. I always say it wrong, man. It's Kluska. I always forget. I like calling you Kluska. Wait, that is right. Kluska. Okay, I got it, man. I won't forget this time. I promise. Alharith says, for the 18 people watching, be sure to drop a like, dude. Seriously, man. Gives me a good RNG boost for today's stream. That's right, man. Beastie says, what's good? It's been a while. Good to see you, Beastie, man. Welcome back to the stream. Thank you for tuning in today. And let's make some profit today, guys. Definitely excited to. We're actually going to cancel the Arcane Spirit Shields because I think we might be able to do better on the very cursed Dragon Claws. Now, if you guys are new to the channel and you don't understand the Dragon Claw meme, well, I used to flip these a lot because they did hold really good margins. But the issue with it was they'd always fail for me on stream. I don't know why. So hopefully we don't have that kind of RNG today. But we did actually end up buying a scythe here after about 2 minutes. Pretty happy about that. I think we're okay from a price standpoint on this, and we're definitely going to try to flip this for a nice little profit here. So let's turn it around, put it in the Grand Exchange, and hopefully we can get one of those off. Welcome, everybody, to the stream today. Happy Friday. Let's get it. Let's crush the Grand Exchange. And hopefully, oh, by the way, did you guys flip during yesterday's update? Because if you did, then you know the margins were crazy then. Still a lot of volatility in the markets as of right now too, although it has calmed down a little bit, but definitely excited to see how it is today, and hopefully we can make some profit today. Definitely drop a like if you are new, and subscribe if you are new, is more so what I meant. And be sure to join us on Discord, by the way, if you're not with us already. We have a Discord group dedicated to flipping specifically. We have a lot of beginners and experienced members in there that could definitely give you some assistance. So let's try and flip that scythe here, guys. It's looking a little bit iffy, but we should be okay on it. I got a Venezuela GF LOL on RS. Oh my. I thought you meant in real life iced tea, man. Feels bad, dude. Kluska. Okay, got it, man. Kluska. I like Kluska, though. Okay. Well, you know what? I'm gonna mess it up anyway, so. Claw's hot right now, says Alharith. Absolutely, man. Welcome, everybody. By the way, are you guys having a good Friday? I hope you are. Definitely starting off the session looking relatively nice right now, so we're gonna keep these margins sitting exactly where they are, and we'll see how things turn out. I wonder what that Twisted Bow is going to do. That buy price hasn't updated in a while. Hoping we can actually squeeze one of those through. Should be okay for it. The Kodai ones are surprisingly pretty high priced as well. 91.3 mil currently. Very high priced. No jacket again. Very casual Friday. You know what, Keith? You know what, man? Give me a minute. That's right, boys. That's freaking right. Let's go. Let's go. Let's make some money today. It's Saturday for me, and I'm having my McDonald's breakfast, says Glenn Chung. Dude, I'm actually starving. I didn't even eat lunch today. I'm so freaking hungry, man. It's too hot for it, but you probably got an aircon over there. Yeah, I do. It's kind of on the side of my room. It's in the window. Because where I live, we have, like, window AC, which is, it's not ideal. Now, we're going to sell the Grazi back. We're actually only looking at about 100k margin on those right now, which is not too great, actually. Who's that handsome businessman? #1 flipper. I do appreciate that, Alharith. But welcome, everybody, to the stream. I hope you guys are doing well. Let me know in the live chat where you are watching the stream from. Where in the world are you right now? Are you inside? Are you outside? Are you in the United States, Europe? Let me know where you're watching from, man. I always love to hear it. I know I ask it a lot, but I always, you know, we have new people in here sometimes, and other times I forget where everyone is. DJ says, on the crapper. Absolutely amazing, man. Too funny, dude. Too freaking funny. Now, we haven't actually flipped anything yet, which is a little bit embarrassing. So we will, I want to hold steady on the scythe. I really do. I don't want to jump the gun on it. So I'm going to wait a little bit longer because I think we can hit a pretty good margin on it if we're patient. Now, as far as the Twisted Bow goes, we might be a little bit too low. I'm going to let it sit until like maybe the 8-minute mark, and then we'll give it an adjustment. But I will keep a close eye on that. In the back of a bowling center, LOL. Wait, why? Are you at work or something? Why are you in a bowling center? England, awesome, man. Netherlands, amazing, dude. The internet. Man. Flipping was a bit mad during the update. Probably lots of people doing it. There's definitely a lot of competition, Kluska. At the same time, though, when you have these updates like this, it's when you're going to see the biggest price movements typically. Although, it can be very competitive as well. Singapore. Dude, that's freaking sick, man. Singapore is so cool. Like, I want to go so badly. But anyway, enough of that. Now, we currently are listed a little bit too low for that Twisted Bow, actually, which is good to find out. So we'll go in a little bit higher for the Twisted Bow, and we'll try to flip one of those. The problem with it, though, is I don't love the margin on it now, so maybe we can try to stretch it out a little bit. We'll see how it goes. We have Snack Food OSRS in the chat. He says, how's it going, brother? Snack Food, man, it is so good to see you. Welcome back to YouTube. Welcome back to my live chat, man. And that Twisted Bow definitely bought a little bit too quickly. That's going to be a hard sell if I had to guess. Anyway, let's go ahead and sell this back. But it's good to see you, Snack Food. Ontario, we also have Stu Fleas with the heart in the chat. Thank you, Stoof, man. Let's see, what else? Gyroscope, there he is, man. He says, did you get any flipping in for the update? I did a very small amount, unfortunately. I did have some plans last night, which kind of interfered with that. Although I did want to do it even more, which stinks, man. The problem that I'm having a lot recently, guys, is like, I'm having so much trouble finding like time for my channel. And it really is not great. Like, although I will say I have been making the content that I like to make, so of course that's always a plus, but it's been a little bit hard for me to dedicate a lot of resources to the channel, unfortunately. I haven't done any real flips in weeks. DJ, I'm not happy to hear that, man. Cursed T-Bow, Alharith. We'll give it a little smack here. Don't you worry. Little Gmaul spec on that Twisted Bow, and we'll be fine. Don't you worry, man. We have Zezzy XD giving us a follow over on Twitch. Thank you, Zezzy, man. Do appreciate it. Welcome to the live stream. Welcome to the flipping session. And guys, if you are watching over on YouTube, I really would appreciate a like. It does help me out a lot. Gets my content up there with some great other RuneScape content creators. Also, it gives me some good flipping RNG, okay? The Grand Exchange right now, looking a little bit questionable. Now, anyway, the scythe is unfortunately closing on its margin a little bit. Is it the end of the world? No. Are we going to make as much profit on it as I would have liked? No. So maybe, you know, we maybe misplayed that one a little bit. We should have listed a little bit lower on the buy price and just been more patient with it. That might have been the same move for the Twisted Bow here, considering we bought it at maybe the absolute worst time. We're going to cancel the current offer on that and actually rotate that down as well, because again, I don't want to hold these items on downtrends. We are on a pretty volatile time frame for the game, right? Because we just had an update come out, so there's a lot of trades going on, people swapping items back and forth, and there's lots of volatility on items. So I'm not too keen in holding things for too long just because of that. I do need to be careful of my downside today. D says, what is the average time on these items that you wait before slightly adjusting the price? It really depends on the item and how I think the market is. I do imagine there's a lot of trades going on right now and things are going to be pretty volatile. So what I'm looking to do here is not let my trade sit for too long. Typically, though, I will let like a Twisted Bow or a Scythe sit for about 8 minutes or so. B-Stoker says, looking sharp, don't worry so much if everyday life comes up. B-Stoker, man, thank you, dude. I appreciate that. I just love the channel, man. I love the channel. Zezzy says, I love how passionate you are. Dude, I freaking love flipping, man, okay? And if you've been watching the channel, you freaking know I do. Anyway, we're only at 300K right now, which is kind of embarrassing 11 minutes in. I gotta be honest. We gotta up the profit a little bit. First name, last name says, hey, man, I'm new to flipping, and I find your videos very helpful. I'm so happy, man. Hopefully you are enjoying the stream as well. So many people in here today, man. Love to see it. Welcome, everybody. Be sure to drop a like if you're enjoying and join us in our Discord group. Link in the description below. We have a Discord group dedicated to flipping and money making in old school RuneScape. And of course, all my flips are going really bad right now. So this is not a great showcase in that regard. But anyway, the claws have been sitting for too long. Now, the scythe actually rotated downwards again. So I'm thinking like maybe we buy another one, guys. And we try to play the downside on that scythe a little bit. And if it pays off, wouldn't be too sad about that. I think I saw a comment from Snack Food. He says, did you see the newest video? Please let me know your thoughts. Tried out some new editing styles. Snack Food, I haven't seen it, man. I'll watch it either today or tomorrow. I promise, dude. Don't you worry, man. I'm glad to see you back. Stoof says, what are the best items to flip with 758K? Stoof, that's not what I like to hear, man, okay? That's not what I like to hear, buddy. Evolve, I think, or something. I don't know. He says, is it even worth flipping with 5 mil? No, it's not really worth flipping with 5 mil. The lowest I recommend is about 10 mil to finally be able to learn how to flip and actually make some decent returns. We have Reiner Angle saying, hey, you know, I had to drop by. Always good to see you, RJ. Thank you for tuning in. Be sure to drop a like as well, man. Love having you in these streams. And I love that you're still tuning into my progress, man. Keith says, will you go back to flipping a lower cash tag, maybe around 50 mil for the newbies? I could definitely do video content on that specifically, but I won't do it on live stream, I don't think. But yeah, 100% Keith, I can definitely do another video on that. And anyway, we did get the scythe off, 595K. Yikes. That's a little bit embarrassing, guys. Not gonna lie. So I'm actually gonna rotate my next scythe offer up just a tiny bit. Not too much, because I was listed very low right there. And we're just gonna rotate our buy offer up a little bit since we were able to sell that last scythe. So we should be fine. Oh, we got the Twisted Bow off as well. Very, very good. Currently a 1.2 mil profit. It's crazy how the Grand Exchange works like that. But again, 340K on the Twisted Bow. Pretty bad performance there. Should I have been maybe more patient on the item? It's kind of hard to say. It could have gone either way, really. So maybe it would have been ideal if I was a little bit more patient with it. Let me try to find some more items here, guys. Just give me 1 second. I was looking at that Twisted Bow, but I think I closed the tab. Anyway, we'll just, I think I know where to list it. Are we lagging here? Okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. All right, perfect. So we have the next scythe and the twisted bow in. We're very good listings on those. Already 20 likes. Thank you, guys. Wow, we crushed the goal for today right off the bat, so really happy about that. Anyway, we do have a lot of stuff listed here. I do want to do the Spectral Spirit Shields as well. I think we might be able to get a good flip on the Spectral Spirit Shields here. Currently showing about a 200k margin. Do I think that's going to hold? Probably not, but it's worth trying to get a few of them. And I'm going to go in big for these guys. We're going in for a limit of 8. We'll see what happens, man. We also have Keith saying, oh, he says thanks. Okay, yeah, no problem, Keith. Welcome, everybody, to the live stream today. We're going to try to crush the Grand Exchange a little bit today. It's a little bit less volatile than it was yesterday, but at the same exact time, it's a little more stable, right? So because of that, a little bit less volatility, things aren't going as crazy. Definitely a lot of trades going on right now as well. I do expect it to be a very competitive night for flipping, though, just because this update is coming out, right? A lot of people are going to come on to try the update, so there will be higher volatility than normal, but at the same exact time, I think a lot of people are going to try to take advantage of that. So anyway, let's go ahead and list another Scythe of Vitur here, and we're actually aiming for over a... Hold on. Let me get the listing right first, okay? I don't want to mess anything up today. We're actually looking at about a 1.2 mil margin on that scythe, so if we could actually sell that, we'll be in a really good spot. Now, that twisted bow is... it's kind of stale, right? It's not really doing anything. The problem that I have with the twisted bow compared to the scythe, especially, you know, these past couple of weeks, is the twisted bow, when there's no updates relating to it or any content coming out that really relates to the twisted bow too much, it trades incredibly stale sometimes, especially in times of like lower volume for the item, or sorry, higher volume for the item even. It doesn't really like fluctuate as much. Yes, it can have price spikes, and yes, it can drop really quickly as well. It can definitely crash, but I tend to find that actively flipping it occasionally, it's a super stale item. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully we can get it today. And when I say, excuse me, stale, I mean, it's kind of hard to flip one back and forth. Like, it's very competitive. There's a lot of offers on it. And when you do end up flipping it, it's like a very tight margin. You're looking at like 400, 500k sometimes, and it's just not worth it. So we are trying to get that 800k sweet spot that I typically aim for, but we haven't really had a lot of luck yet with that. How long is the stream going to be? We'll be going for about another 40 minutes or so, a little bit longer. And we also have Al Harith with the trade. Max Al Harith, who's not maxed, by the way, just pointing that out. Coming in with the trade, 13,000 vials of water. Thank you, Al Harith, man. Do appreciate it. Now, if you guys didn't know, we actually do collect vials of water here on the stream. We're currently at 26 million vials, I believe. So thank you for all the donations so far since the beginning of my streaming career, really. So... thoughts on the flipping utilities dumps channel? It's awesome. I think that's awesome, man. It's great to point out items that are crashing really quickly. A problem I do see with that potentially, though, is if a lot of people are watching that and everyone starts buying in, it's kind of like a pump and dump kind of thing, right? But it's fine to me because honestly, they're not alluding to that on the site. And Flipping Utilities is one of our partners. I think they've built one of the greatest flipping tools, not only on the RuneLite client, but their Discord bot is amazing as well. So both, you know, I love Flipping Utilities. There's literally there's no plugin I like more. So anyway, I do love that tool, and their tracker that they have is absolutely incredible. So I would recommend checking it out. Kluska says Harmonious Orb. You know, I'm not crazy about flipping the Harm Orb, to be quite honest. And the reason I'm not too crazy about it is it takes way too freaking long, man. Like, we're going to be bag holding, and if we mess it up, we're bag holding for the whole stream, and then it's, like, not that exciting, right? I don't want to lock up, like, 900 mil in an item that I might not be able to trade on stream. Off stream, it's a different story, but on stream... You know, I want to flip it, man, but I'll have to do it during one of the longer sessions, and maybe I'll aim to do it, like, on one of those streams I was talking about where I'm flipping really late at night. We'll do, like, a 3-hour late-night session, so the volume's a lot lower, and we're able to make significant flips over a longer time frame. Thanks for the flip videos. Of course, Alan, man, no problem, dude. There's lots of hype in the chat for the Harm Orb. Not today, guys, I promise. I will do it on a stream, but not today. Not during these hour streams. It's too small of a time frame. Is the GE still crashing in general? Has it rebounded? It's kind of trading sideways right now. There has been a little bit of a bounce off the bottom, which is a good sign, but, you know, there could be more downside as well. But I would say, in general, we have seen a very small rebound. I would not say it's a recovery quite yet. And wow, those Sanguesti staffs came right back down to earth. Holy moly. Not what I expected. Let me try 2 of those. Actually, I can only do 1. That's a little bit unfortunate. No luck on the Spectrals yet as well, so we need to make sure we're watching that margin pretty closely. We're probably off margin if we haven't gotten any yet. Okay, we relisted our Spectrals here. I don't really know what to think about them, actually. Maybe we don't want to do those, actually. I gotta be honest. The price movement's looking a little bit iffy on it, so I don't want to go in on something that I think might be coming down in price. We're going to wait a little bit longer on that. We do have 516 mil, though. Interesting. I don't know what to do with that. Let me think here, guys. I'm just looking through a bunch of stuff. This looks pretty good, actually. The Dragon Warhammer. We're going in for the Dragon Warhammer. This has actually treated me very, very well these past few days. And I'd like to go in and try to get a few more of these. See if we can make a little bit of profit on it. Let's go in. Hardcore, 8 limit. Let's find out what happens. By the way, guys, if you are enjoying the stream today and you're watching over on YouTube, definitely drop a like. It really helps me out a lot. It gives me some good Grand Exchange RNG, okay? So we always appreciate that. Also, be sure to join us on Discord as well. A link in the description below to our Discord group. We have a Discord dedicated to flipping and money making in old school RuneScape. So if you're trying to improve your flipping game, feel free to join us, man. Also, I think if you type !Discord in the chat, you will get a Discord link. Not positive, though. Sometimes, you know, Nightbot's a little bit funky like that. Ancestrals, that's a good option as well. I'm not seeing any great margins on the Ancestral right now, though, but it's definitely something to keep in mind. And keep in mind that we are flipping during a very competitive time, probably more competitive than it would typically be on a Friday evening, just because of the update. So we'll keep that in mind as we're flipping. We don't want to let offers sit for too long because they might not fill, and we're seeing some pretty tight trades as well. This Twisted Bow, though, we are going to let that sit as well as the Scythe. I don't really know what the Scythe is doing. It's currently trading a little bit tight right now, so I hope we can actually get it sold for this profit point, but we'll lower it just a little bit to try to make it a little bit more realistic. That looks about good. That should work, actually. And besides that, we're just kind of waiting, guys. Now, with flipping, especially active flipping, it is a lot of waiting occasionally. So sometimes I will like do another skill in game. It's been a while since I've done it, to be quite honest. But you can do like fletching, or you can do tanning hides or plank make to make a little bit of additional income while you are flipping. That is definitely something I do recommend if you've got a smaller cash stack and you're really trying to build it up. Make sure you're doing those passive money makers daily, guys, okay? Because if you're missing out on those, you're actually just hurting your cash stack progress, and in turn, that's going to hurt your flipping gains, right? Stumpy Nigel popping into the chat, man. Good to see you, Stumpy. He says, hey, Scapenomics, hope you're having an excellent day. Stumpy, man, I'm doing amazing. Happy Friday to you. Guys, if you don't know who Stumpy is, be sure to check out his YouTube channel. He's another small RuneScape creator, and he makes some amazing content, guys, so definitely check him out. He's super funny, so make sure you stop by, say hi, and drop a comment on his video, his newest video, and say that I sent you there, okay? Let's show a little bit of the Scapenomics love in the chat, you know what I mean? Anyway, though, we do have this not Scythe of Atur. We have this Sanguesti staff here. I do want to turn this around as quickly as I can. It does actually look like the item is coming down in price, like, very fast, so it kind of feels bad that we got one. Regardless, though, we got a bunch of Dragon Hunter Lances as well. Things are not going in our favor today, guys. We're making, like, no profit today. It's kind of sad, actually. So we got to turn it around. We got to keep the vibes up, and we'll see if we can get something to work today. Currently only at 1.2 mil, 23 minutes into the session. That is pretty low for us, so let's adjust some things around. Let's see what we can do to try to increase that profit per hour. Now, that Scythe of Atur actually does look like it is rotating up a little bit in price, so we should be able to sell it off at this current price, so I'm not going to move that too much. On the Twisted Bow, though, we are not looking good at all, guys. It is coming down very rapidly in price, so that is not really what I want to see. What I'm going to do is drop the margin a little bit here. Again, looking at quite a small margin on that Twisted Bow flip, but at least the Dragon Hunter Lances are working. Very happy about that. We'll go in for a couple more there. Wow, they sold really quickly as well. Good trade on those. And we'll hope this Sanguesti staff doesn't go too far into the dumps here, guys. You kind man. Stumpy, man. Well deserved. Come on. Let's go ahead and see what else we can get going here. I do want to try maybe some of the Avernic defenders. Do I think they're going to be a little bit sketchy? Probably, but you know what? It's worth it, guys. Whatever. We need some profit right now, okay? So we got to take a little bit of risk here. We'll try the Avernics. Now, the reason I think they're a little bit more risky is we are flipping during a very competitive time frame, right? Like, every day in RuneScape, this is like the peak time to play the game, and there's a lot of players online. So, keeping that in mind, we're going to see massive competition. Oh, we did get the Twisted Bow off, which is good. Wow, 2 Twisted Bows for a total of 985k profit. Really bad, but we did get that Sanguesti staff liquidated, 3.2 mil in profit. Crazy how those things flip that fast, right? So, we'll go back in and try to get another Scythe of Eter here. Try to flip another one of those. The last flip on that scythe, I think, was about 1 mil. Let me check that, though. Yeah, basically 1.1 mil. So really good flip on that last Scythe of Eter. And very happy we actually were able to execute that. We probably could have sold it off for the original sell price as well, so maybe that was a little bit of a misplay, but I did want to make sure we could sell the item off. You guys know, as a flipper, I'm very risk adverse, right? I'm not someone who likes to take a lot of risk. I think daily, consistent gains are the best way to grow your cash stack in RuneScape. You know, everyone has, you know, different mindsets on it, right? Some people are like, hashtag AMC YOLO, GameStop YOLO. They invest all their money into an item, and they try to see where it goes. But for me, I like consistent, steady gains, kind of a boomer like that. So you can drop some hate in the chat if you don't agree with me. Totally open to some banter in that regard. Kluska says, dang, a big Avernic crash. A lot of people, with a lot more people doing TOB. Definitely, man. And the thing with that is, like, the Avernic is one of those items where once you use it, you don't need another one, right? So once you take one out of the game, like, there's less demand for it over time. SUW says, do you remember your most memorable flip? Yes, I had a 10.2 mil flip on 8 crossbows, if you believe it or not. And this is when crossbows were a lot more expensive. They were like 60 mil each, and I literally flipped them for freaking bank. And I also flipped 2 Grazis for 15.2 mil total. That was pretty memorable as well, but that's not like as memorable. And that's 15.2 mil total, and that's 10.2 mil total across all the 8 crossbows. So it was really good for flipping, though. Like, obviously those are like my most memorable ones, I think, but yeah, I mean, I wish I could do something like that again, because that was crazy. You just never expect to get those massive margins on those kinds of items. But then again, I have been flipping for a long time, so oh wow, we actually got another scythe. That is really amazing, guys. If we could sell this off, I'll be, like, really happy. For some reason, the scythe these past 2 streams been absolutely killer for our cash stack, man. It's just been making us so much money. And usually, like, we rip that Twisted Bow a few times, and that does a lot better for us. But not today. Not today. Now, that Twisted Bow was actually crashing in price a little bit, but since we sold off our previous Twisted Bow, I can't imagine that's a very permanent thing here. Let's see. If we can get one for this price, we'll be in a good spot. SUW says, I really enjoy your content, by the way, with a heart. Thank you, man. Do appreciate that. And we also have Alharith saying, would it be... Or would it... Oh, hold on. TOB easy mode came out, so every noob is going to get purples, even though it's rarer, still will affect prices, I think. Or would it get more people or more noobs into Theater of Blood? Regardless, it is going to affect the price, definitely. I could agree with you, Alharith, in the thought that, like, yes, there will be more supply over time, of course, right? More people doing Theater of Blood, more options to do Theater of Blood and get into it. That's obviously going to affect it. You could do a night at the theater quest on stream, would be fun to watch. That? I'm down, dude. But wait, there's going to be some prerequisites, though, right? What are the prereqs? Oh, God. You guys know I'm not a quester, man. I am not a quester. I don't care about the lore. I only do the quest to get it done so I can access content, and I hate doing it while I'm doing it. So, hopefully there's not too many prerequisites, because I'm afraid it's going to be that whole, like, Firewatch quest line, and I've only done a few. I think I've done the first one. That's pretty embarrassing. I don't think there's any? Yo. Hype in the chat for that, man. We could definitely do that. You can check on the skill tab. I think you mean this thing, right? Yeah, we'll do it later. Okay, still waiting for that Scythe of Eter to... Oh my... like, the scythe has just been making us bank recently, guys. We're going back in for another one here. Hopefully we can trade one pretty quickly as well. Just milk this margin as much as possible. Currently up to 4.2 mil in profit so far, 29 minutes in, averaging about 8.8 mil an hour. And really, the scythe is carrying us to that goal. I mean, we really haven't had a lot of luck flipping anything else. I'll see if I can find something else just to, you know, spice it up a little bit, right? We do have 348 mil. I do see a funky margin on the Dragon Hunter crossbow, but I honestly do not think that's real, so we're going to stay away from that. I do see a decent margin on the Ancestral Row Bottom. Oh, wow. We did get that Twisted Bow. Super cool. Here come the margins, baby. Let's go. Let's go. All right. I do actually think we're going to be able to smack this Twisted Bow for a very solid margin, maybe 1.1 mil if we are lucky. So let's see if we can actually get that through. Sneak that little nice margin in there and see if we can take a profit. Now, we also did want to do the Ancestral Row Bottom as well. So let me take a look at those. Oh, I have to type the item in, not the margin. That would be helpful. Does anyone ever do that? Like, you go to search an item and you type the margin by accident? Feels bad, man. 63 mil currently for those Ancestral Row Bottoms. Pretty interesting. We're going in aggressive for it. I do think it is on an uptrend, so we'll see what happens. We'll just try to get 3 of them listed and ready to go. Victor says, I'm going to start learning how to flip because of your vids. Victor, man, if you are just getting into flipping, I do have a video on my channel called, like, if you're a beginner to flipping, watch this video. I highly recommend that video. It gives the very basics of flipping and, like, teaches you the concept of how it actually works, right? So definitely check that out first if you're brand new. And then besides that, I've got guides for 10 mil, 25 mil, 50 mil, all the way up to as much cash as you could possibly need. And of course, if you need even more coaching, you can join us in our Discord group, link in the description below to that. Whether you're a beginner or an experienced flipper, we'd love to have you in there. And even better, you can ask me questions on the live stream. I love answering flipping questions. I've been doing this for about 5 years total, flipping in RuneScape. So be sure to ask away. I'm sure I have at least a thought on it. All the time, says Gyroscope. All the time, man. Well, when it became like real-time prices came to be, it's like so easy to do it now. So whatever. Anyway, you can check on the skills. Priest in Peril and 90 combat. We got those stats, baby, okay? Reekrite says, hey, good evening, all. How's it going? Reekrite, man, good to see you, dude. Thank you for tuning in. Back to back. You were here on Wednesday. You're here today for the Friday session. So glad to have you, man. And we're doing decent so far. I do want some of these, Oh, no. What's going on? Twisted Bow crashing very aggressively. That's a problem, since we are holding one. Probably going to rebound, to be honest. So I'm going to just risk it and hold on to this Twisted Bow we have. Hopefully it doesn't sink to the bottom and we lose a bunch of money here. Considering it is about 980 mil locked up in an item, which when an item is downtrending, you don't necessarily want to hold on to it for too long if you can help it. If you think it's going to rebound, then obviously you can hold through the storm, but just a thought. Oh, man, we got to get rid of this freaking Senguesti, man. We got to get rid of this thing. Currently, it's just keeps going down, and I'd rather just take, like, the 200k loss and get out of that item. Who knows how low this thing's going to go, right? It's also not that expensive, so we could actually hold it through the downtrend if we wanted to, but it's such a small amount locked up in an item to hold during a downtrend and just lose more money on it. I'd rather just take, like, the 200k loss and call it a day. D-Dub says, hello, everyone. Hope all is well. D-Dub, good to see you. Welcome, everybody who's tuning in on Twitch, tuning in on YouTube. We're so glad to have you here today. Be sure to drop a like if you are enjoying the live stream today. It really helps me out a lot. Give us a follow on Twitch. Give us a sub on YouTube. We'd love to have you back for another stream. And, guys, we are coming up. It's very slowly, but we are coming up on 5K subscribers on YouTube, which is freaking insane. I never thought we would even get close to this far, so we would appreciate all the new members, if you are enjoying the content, to give it a nice little sub, all right? Now, let's go ahead and kind of checks on our flips here a little bit. You know, the scythe is a little bit stale as far as the margin goes right now. We are listed at a good spot, so I don't really want to rush it too much. I guess we'll just be patient on it. Someone might be listed above us, though. And the reason I'm actually holding that out is because I want to see if we can hit that 1.2 mil margin on the scythe again. I do think the probability that we can hit that is pretty good. It's like 75%. I'm pretty like confident we're going to be able to hit that for the same exact margin again. So that's why I'm waiting longer, and I'm not actually adjusting my margin to actually accommodate for the active margin, because I think it actually will swing in our favor and we might be able to make a little bit of money on it. That looks about good for the Ancestral Row-Bottoms. We did get the Sanguesti staff off. Unfortunately, it was about a 200k loss on that. It is what it is. I would not be afraid, if you are a flipper, to take a little bit of a loss occasionally when you are flipping. It's all part of the process, right? We call it here on the channel the Grand Exchange Tax, right? Sometimes you got to pay your taxes, guys. You got to pay your losses, and it's just the Grand Exchange taking a little bit of that cash tag back. No worries, though. Very easy to make it up, and you just keep flipping. You push through the bad times, and you'll be able to make that money back. Now, let's go ahead. I think one of the main point of that speech right there is don't be discouraged when you lose a little bit of money flipping, especially if you are new to flipping and you're still learning how it's done. If you mess something up and you lose a little bit of money, who cares, man? It's just virtual gold. It's not a big deal, and you will make a lot of mistakes when you are learning how to become a flipper and improve your skills. So if you are taking a few L's here and there, it's not a big deal. Take a deep breath, get back on that flipping grind, and you will be able to make it back. I promise. I probably made over 100. Well, honestly, I probably lost 300 mil in mistakes from flipping, and that maybe, well, that I would say that includes investment mistakes as well, but I just would not be afraid to lose money, man. Because I started with a 9 mil cash stack, and here we are years later with about 3 bill currently, so we're still flipping. You know, sometimes we take a few L's, but we just keep going, man. As long as you can analyze what you did wrong, maybe you can even ask people in the Discord, like, where did I go wrong here? Or you can message me privately and ask, like, hey, can you help me out with this? What did I do wrong? Dude, I love flipping, man, okay? So I will help you out no matter what. I remember when the goal was 1K. Feels good. Alarith, man, such an OG here on the channel, dude. Watching Wednesday made me download RuneScape again. No way! See, where's my... Jagex got to give me some commission for that, dude. Anyway, he says, left off at 4.5 mil, trying to get consistent members from free-to-play. That's a really tough grind, Recrite. I would definitely try to recommend coming into members with a bond and at least 5 mil. It's going to make a big difference from a profit standpoint, so try to maybe get there with that amount. It's definitely not an easy thing to, actually build your stack up to a point where you can sustain members, right? I mean, I remember that grind. It's not an easy grind, and I paid for membership for a long time before I got there, so with real money, that membership anyway. We have D-Dub in the chat saying this might be too broad of a question, but do you have any opinion on the Ring of Endurance? The Ring of Endurance, as far as a flip goes, it's pretty good. It's a good overnight item, although it is pretty inconsistent, right? It flips similar to how a Volatile Orb would flip because the volume's a little bit lower. It is a little bit more stable than that, so it's on the safer side. So if you are trying to learn how to do Volatile Orbs, you want a cheaper alternative, the Ring of Endurance is great. Very low volume item, though. I would be careful flipping that item. Over time, I do expect the Ring of Endurance to go down, just because it doesn't really have that great of a use in game until it gets an update, or an update comes into the game that gives it a better use. I would not expect it to uptrend personally, but that's just my quick analysis on the item, and that just goes off, based on past items as well, previous items that have come into the game with similar niche uses, because the Ring of Endurance really isn't great for too much. A White King says, what's up, dude? Hope you've been doing well. Dude, there's so many OGs in the chat today. D-Dub, a White King, welcome, everybody. Holy moly. It's so good to see you guys. I can't, wow. This is crazy, man. And Nico, man. Here's Nico again. Long time no see, my favorite esports commentator. Nico, you got any esports contracts for me, man? I'd love to get in on that gig, man. That'd be sick. Like, I would be so into it. Do you guys think I would make a good esports commentator? Let me know in the live chat. Maybe Jagex can pick me up. Hey, I'm a free agent, all right? Like, Jagex, contracts are open. Send it to my email, man. I'll definitely respond to that. But that would be an incredible opportunity. Always a passion I'd love to pursue on the side. I mean, I love doing commentary. Clearly, you can see I'm passionate about it, but... a little bit nervous on that Twisted Bow. We have been waiting a little bit for that to go through, but we just had a sell price update, and it's very close to where our Twisted Bow is actually listed. So we could be looking pretty on that Twisted Bow right now. Happy about that. And the Scythe of Vitur, let me check that as well. We might be a little bit outdated there. Yeah, oh, wow. Scythe of Vitur rotating up very, very quickly right now. Let's try to get an aggressive listing on that, see if we can ride that uptrend a little bit. This is risky. This is pretty high price. I don't know if this is going to work out, but I'm going to risk it today. Did you guys just see that bug? Holy moly. Hopefully it doesn't touch me. Some nerd says stonks 6 point mil an hour is insane. It's very good profit, man. Yes, I mean, yesterday or Wednesday's stream was freaking insane, dude. Like, I think we did 10 mil in an hour on Wednesday, which is pretty rare, so I'm very happy about that. Kupalai says, hey, how do you pick the correct item prices for overnight flips with a budget of 2 bill? Great stream, like always. Definitely drop a like, guys, if you are enjoying the stream, by the way. I think we're coming up on 30 likes here. We're at 25 likes. If we can get 30 likes, that would be insane. And it's Friday, so let's get the hype going. And we did get that twisted bow off. That just goes to show you sometimes holding through those downtrends, those really tough times, does actually pay off. You will be sweating the whole time, but we definitely succeeded on that one, so very happy about that. I think we made like that same, I think we did make the 1 mil profit on that twisted bow. Yeah, 1.1 mil on that last twisted bow. Looking really nice today, guys. Things are going great. And let's also see what else we got here. 27 likes. Thank you, guys. Incredible. How do I pick the prices for overnights? So overnights, it's not that easy, but I do have to make an updated overnight video. I know I'm slacking hardcore on that. It is on the way, I promise. It's in my backlog. But as far as picking item prices for overnights, basically what you want to do is look at the weekly view for the item on the OSRS price wiki or on GE Tracker. See where that item is trending on the week. So, for example, if the graph looks like this and it's going straight up, then you can assume that the item is likely going to keep trending upwards. And you then, once you see the trend, whether down or up, you go to the daily view and you list near the daily low. If the item is trending up, you look at the daily low and you list slightly above that daily low. If the item is trending down on the weekly view, then you list a little bit lower than the daily low for that flip. Hopefully that kind of makes sense. That's just a very brief overview of how it's done. Been a while, didn't play RuneScape for many years until these past couple of days. Welcome back, a White King, man. We're so glad to have you back. And hopefully these live streams, these videos are helpful for you to get back on that flipping grind, that flipping cash stack. Feels super, super nice once you, you know, kind of get back into it, right? Flip those items up. You know what to do, man. Let's see. D-Dub says, I'd love to flip one day. I'm just need to get more established. I'm almost there. Nothing wrong with learning about it in the meantime through creators like you. Definitely nothing wrong with that, man. No harm, no foul. I think that's actually very smart of you, right? If you can manage if you can learn flipping and incorporate that as a moneymaker into your RuneScape gameplay, you will be an extremely wealthy player. It's going to give you great knowledge of the RuneScape market. It's also going to just make you a lot of profit over time, right? Overnight flips constantly day in and day out. And understanding how items actually move in RuneScape is a very important skill. Guys, this twisted bow, man, I'm telling you, we're about to make some bank on the twisted bow. I have extreme confidence we're going to be able to hit this margin. If this flips, like, we're actually going to be in business, boys. 30 likes achieved, Pog. Yo, thank you for all the likes, guys. Big hearts in the chat, man. Thank you so much. PogChamp in the chat. That's crazy. We haven't had a 30 like stream in quite some time. We are crushing it, though. Nico says, if I put myself in the shoes of the person who would make the decision at Jagex, who they'd hire as a commentator, I would definitely hire you for the next main stage event. I might get some stage fright, dude. I don't know. But, man, would that be an experience? I would, you know, train. I would do my hardest to make a good impression there. I'll give it a try tonight. Kubale, man, do your best, dude, okay? And I'm sorry, message me on Discord if you need a little bit more help with that. Always help, like, I'm always down to help you guys out in Discord, by the way. If you do message me privately, always open in my DMs. It might take me a while to get back to your comment, but I will help you. Rage Virus with the 1,000 bits. Rage, man, you're going too crazy on these streams, dude. You're always throwing bits, man. It's incredible. I really appreciate it, dude. Holy moly. That's like, he did it on Wednesday. He's doing it today. So generous, guys. He's literally so generous. Weekend Warriors Unite. How are you doing today? Rage, freaking doing amazing, man. Thank you so much, guys. Give Rage a big heart in the chat, guys. Honestly, such a big supporter. He runs his own flipping Discord alongside Queen Saraha, and they're partnered with us in our Discord group. So be sure to thank him. Like, he's been a big proponent for the channel. Always a lot of love from him. Rage, thank you, man. Do appreciate it. And happy weekend, dude. There we go. Gyroscope with the hearts, man. Amazing. Stage fright is hard to get over. I'm pretty confident, though. I think we'd be able to flip something around. Stumpy Nigel coming in with a great question. He says, maybe it's a silly question, but why is the buy-sell price hidden on your screen? It's not that stupid of a question, Stumpy. It is asked occasionally. Now, even though you can see real-time prices, the reason why we cover item prices on screen is because there is a slight discrepancy in the prices that you see on the OSRS price wiki and the prices that you will see that are actually the real margins, right? Oh, no, I messed that up. Okay, we didn't lose that much money. Thank goodness. So there is a slight discrepancy, and I don't want people to see my margins, because if they can see my margins, they can trade off my margins, and it's harder for me to execute flips, right? White King, thank you for the follow on Twitch, by the way. So that's like the main reason that I actually hide those prices. I wish I didn't have to, but I mean, we used to do streams back in the day where we would have no covers on our margins, but then the streams got too poppin', man. We had to start covering them. So it's a blessing and a curse, of course. And unfortunately, this site is not really going the direction I wanted to. If you guys do remember, I did buy this site for a little bit too high of a price. So we're going to try to close out of that very quickly. Brendan Charles says, hey, Scape, do you still stream on Saturdays too? No, I didn't. I will fix that. Thank you, Brendan. I don't stream on Saturdays anymore, although I would like to bring back the Saturday streams at some point, because those were like the chill, the laid back like streams. I'd be like drinking coffee. It was a little bit earlier in the day, kind of worked out better for some people. But no, I honestly have not done a Saturday stream in a couple months. Gotta support your favorite streamers. Big hearts, man. Big hearts. D-Dub says, even seeing the patience involved has changed the way I use the Grand Exchange. Waiting a bit, yeah, even if you're an average PVMer, like waiting a little bit to sell your items or looking for optimal price points to sell your stuff that is still realistic is very, very important. And it's actually going to make you a lot more bank over time than you might think. It's like a compound effect, right? And flipping too is a very big compounding, effect sort of deal, right? Like if you're flipping in old school RuneScape, you'll notice that as you get more money, you'll be able to make even more money by flipping. And obviously it makes sense, right? You make money from flipping, it comes back into your cash stack, you can flip different items. We did sell the scythe off. We did make a little bit of profit on it, but not nearly as much as I would have liked. That is okay though. We'll go back in for another one for a little bit cheaper than our previous margin. We'll see how that turns out. We also have these ancestral robotoms, like low key, they're like selling in the corner, and I haven't paid attention to them, so pretty happy with how that's going. These Kodai wands are looking really nice as well. Let's try to get in on a few of these. Now, the Kodai wands, a tip for these are they're pretty average volume, but sometimes they do take a while to sell or buy and sell, so be patient when you're flipping Kodais. It's going to go in your direction most of the time, just it can, fluctuate a little bit and might take a little bit of time, so be patient when you are flipping those Kodais. By the way, guys, anytime I do stream Monday, Wednesday, or Friday, I usually do schedule it. So if it's a different time zone than you're in, I always stream at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but I always list it on YouTube, so you should be able to see it if you are subscribed on YouTube, which if you're not subscribed on YouTube and you are watching, be sure to give us a sub, man. We're coming up on 5K subscribers. Very excited to get there. Hey, I released that overnight guide. It will take us a fair bit of the way there, I guarantee it. That overnight guide has been very, very anticipated. Now, if you are someone who is looking for a little bit more overnight guidance, go check out my previous overnight flipping guides. They are a little bit outdated, but the same exact principles apply, and it's definitely going to help you out, so I would recommend it. I like the new name, by the way. Oh yeah, King, I don't know if you've seen the new name. He says, clean name to have for your content. Thank you. That's also why I switched it, man. Have you tried flipping bucklers, says Project Darkhound? I have in the past. I haven't recently. I know they have been pretty hype due to the update that's coming, but no, I have not flipped bucklers in quite some time. Those are like update hype items, right? That, bucklers obviously have a lot of hype right now. Coming up on, we're currently averaging about 7.8 mil an hour. It's pretty good. Although I don't know how that's calculated because we only have like 12 minutes left in the stream. So like, how is that being calculated? I don't really know, guys. Ancestral rope tops also not looking like a terrible margin. That makes sense, dude, says Stumpy. Yeah, I know. It's unfortunate, though, because if people could see my prices, they'd be able to learn, like, a lot more from my videos because I can talk exactly how my price listing is. And that's why I like making video content, because I can talk through exactly the exact margins and everything like that. And it's just a little bit more enjoyable. Update items get merged. I feel like you have to sell the day before if you're trying to flip some. Well, it depends how much hype there is. But yeah, some nerd, you're absolutely right, man. Dude, what is going on? Like, we start off, right? We start off the session, and we're flipping the Twisted Bow, and it's not doing anything, right? And then we just start smacking Twisted Bows left and right later on in the stream, and then the scythe stops working. Like, the scythe works at first, then it stops, then the Twisted Bow decides it wants to start popping off. I mean, like, there's no words, man. There's literally no words. The Witty-ish says, hey, Scape, I got in late today, my bad. No problem, Witty, man. Welcome to the stream. He says, I bought 2 bucklers when I read the news and sold them for a 1.5 mil profit. Now they have gone up like double that. Witty, in my opinion, you should never be upset about taking gains, man. I do it a lot, and I've made massive mistakes, by the way, in merch, like investments in merches, where I have bought the item and I've sold way preemptively when I could have made a lot more money. Like, I sold when I was at like a 400k profit per item, and yeah, I still made, you know, cut like 30 mil, I think was no, it was like 60 mil. But if I held it, I could have made easily 500 mil, which is like, you know, we all make mistakes, man. Like, and that was maybe about a year and a half ago. So, you know, everyone makes mistakes as far as merching goes, as far as investing goes, as far as flipping goes, overnights go. The most important thing is to learn about the mistake that you made and improve the next time around and say, hey, next time I'm not going to mess that up. And luckily I haven't messed it up since. Grapes, yeah, grapes was my biggest failed investment for sure, man. And luckily I did learn about that. Oh, never be upset about gains, man. You know, you could look at life like that always, right? You're like, oh, if I studied more for the test, I could have done better. You know what I mean? Or like, oh, I could have studied less for the test and I would have had more free time. There's always like, you know, there's always the other side of the coin, man. Everyone makes mistakes. Everyone has those days, as Hannah Montana would say. If you're American, I'm sure you know who Hannah Montana is. Do international people know who Hannah Montana is? Like, do people in Europe know who that is? Maybe. Like, I'm not even sure. Probably not, because it's like American entertainment. It was kind of a long time ago, too. If you know who Hannah Montana is and you're not from the US, let me know. That's a very specific question, but you guys do? Holy, that's crazy, man. That's wild. Anyway, I did not expect that. Anyway, trying to get another scythe here, another Twisted Bow, waiting for both of those to come through. And wow, dude, we messed up on that scythe again, man. Scythe rotating up extremely fast, which is very sad. We'll try to get another one, though. Miley Cyrus, yeah, also Miley Cyrus, of course. Same person. I'm from the UK. Interesting. As long as you're in the green at the end of the day, I'd say it was a good day. 100%. You should never be upset because you sell too early, in my opinion. If you're making profit, you're making profit. Unless you completely mismanage the flip, then, like, that's a different story. I mean, like, if you sold preemptively and you keep selling preemptively, it's going to be a problem you maybe want to work on. And what that actually entails is doing a better analysis beforehand on the item. I think that's like the biggest thing you could do. Every investment that you go into for old school RuneScape, you should have a plan. You should say, this is my buy price. Once it goes above this, I'm not buying anymore. And this is where I'm looking to sell at. And you should stick to that plan regardless. It's the same thing in real life trading. Of course, there are situations that might change the outcome of that original analysis, but you should stick to your guns most of the time. And that would be like if, you know, if Jagex releases a blog post, right? And they say like, instead of the crossbow, you know, doing 50% more damage, it's only going to do 25. Obviously, that is going to affect the hype on the item. Dang, since when do you make that much GP per hour? Stoof, man, you should have been here on Wednesday, dude. We were crushing it at a 10 mil an hour session, but right now we're doing really good. Markets are a little bit more volatile than I think they normally would be, so across all items, right, because of update hype. So we actually are doing fairly well. Came back to RuneScape to finish off 99 Slayer. Good luck on the grind there. Oh, and you got Alchemical Hydra Pet. That's freaking sweet. Congrats on that, man. We might be able to get this Twisted Bow off for an absolute crazy margin again. So let's see if we can actually hit this thing for something juicy, man. This might actually be possible. If we can flip this, guys, it's actually going to be insane. I don't know if this is going to sell, okay? We have it listed for a huge margin. If this sells, I'm going to flip out, man. If this actually ends up selling. We'll see, though. I'm not super confident. Yo, 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 says Master Z. Good to see you, Master Z. And some love for Stoof in the chat as well. Stoof, really good flipper as well, man. Absolutely crushes the exchange day in and day out. Although, I think you've been a little inactive lately, Stoof. Hate to see it, man. And I don't think the Scythe is going to buy here. The Scythe is rotating up really fast, so I'm trying to get in on one without listing for too high, right? We'll try it there. Stoof, did you doubt my skills, Stoof? I'm a little upset, man. Flip out, no pun intended. I didn't even realize that. Oh, Rage, man, you have the jokes, dude. We have Kluska saying, I noticed with the Scythe it peaked in the 24 hours after release date was given, then slowly trended down to release. I'm trying to get a reference for Inquisitors and Fosani? I don't know what that is. Yeah, I mean, oh, that might be the update, I guess. Yeah, I mean, Inquisitor is like... Okay, keep in mind, Inquisitor already has hype on it, right? Like, the Inquisitor hype, there is already some on the item. Could there be more? Definitely. And I do imagine that when they come out with an official release date for that Nightmare update, then it will see a little bit more of an increase. Kind of very similar to the Scythe, right? And that is something to keep in mind. Now, who knows when that's going to be, okay? When it comes to Jagex and update releases, sometimes you're waiting for a little bit longer than you would have liked to wait, okay? Temporos. But anyway, hey, you heard it here first, all right? No, I've seen a lot of updates delayed by the team, man. Hard mode Nightmare. Yeah, it's the same thing, man. I think, right? Never doubted you, Poppy. Finally unleashed your true potential. Finally unleashing. Yeah, I think I could do a little bit better on the investments, but yeah, I don't think my cash stack is really there yet for expensive investments. But I do have one investment, which I'm sure you're aware of, that we've got sitting in the bank. So. Come on, waiting for that Twisted Bow to rotate and sell out of my inventory. Do I think the margin's going to hit? Honestly, probably not. But do I think it might? Potentially. We only have a couple more minutes to actually see if that does sell. I will leave the item in, though, after the stream ends, because it will sell. And if it sells, guys, we're going to be like 200K away from, I think, a 10 mil profit. So it would be crazy to see that. I don't want to get another Scythe, though. We're a little too far in to do that. We'll sit on that cash stack for now. And we'll just slowly track that Twisted Bow. We need an accurate roadmap from the developers. That'd be lit. I don't think we're going to get it, Rage. Unfortunately, I mean, I love the Jagex team. They make some great content, but sometimes their prioritization is a little bit off, in my personal opinion. But anyway, debating on that investment. Yeah, we'll see how it goes, man. What is your bank worth currently? About 3 bill. You killed the game today. Did really, really nice. No, not 9.9 bill. I wish I had that much, but no, about 3 bill. How can I make enough GP in free-to-play? I have 4 mil right now. That guy from next door, I do recommend if you want to make some money in free-to-play, go check out my video about how to make 700K an hour in free-to-play. And yes, it is a legitimate guide, okay? I know it sounds unrealistic, but it is 100% possible. So definitely recommend checking it out. It is an accurate guide, and it will show you how to make 700K an hour in free-to-play, actually. So definitely recommend checking that out. Welcome, everybody, to the stream today. Hopefully you guys are doing well today. Definitely drop a like on this live stream if you are enjoying it. Really helps me out a lot. Gets my channel up there with some other great RuneScape content creators. And hey, if you smash that like button, I can't confirm or deny, but it might make the Twisted Bow sell. I'm just saying. Just a little bit of a like, you know what I mean? Come on. But regardless, we do have a Discord group as well. If you'd like to join that, there's a link in the description below for that one, or you can do !Discord in the chat. We do have a Discord group dedicated to flipping and money making in old school RuneScape. We have over 2,000 members, and we'd love to have you, man, regardless of how skilled you are. Pegasians crashed below 30 mil today. Could be a good hold for a day. Interesting. I'd have to take a look. Bro, I remember when you had like 40 mil. King, we've come a long way, man. I mean, we've come a long way. I'll tell you that. I'm a little bit upset. I really want this Twisted Bow to sell before the end of the stream, but I don't think we're going to get it. You should get some channel emotes. Need to spend all these points. Rage, with all those donations, man, I think I might just have to pick some up. I have planned to in the past, and I'm just like, I never get around to it. So I will make sure to get some. Don't you worry. Thanks for another great stream, of course. Yeah, I think on that note, guys, we are going to wrap it up here. We are going to cancel the Kodai wands. I do think the Twisted Bow will sell if I leave it in basically overnight. It's not at a ridiculous price point, in my opinion, so let's leave that there, see what happens. By the way, guys, if you enjoyed the stream, please drop a like. We're at 31 likes. Maybe we get to like 35. That would be insane. Also, you can join us on Discord, link in the description below. Also, !Discord in chat. Not too much to say besides that, guys. I really hope you enjoyed the stream today. I had a blast, and we made 7 mil, so 3.2 mil on 4 sides of the Vitur. That's okay, that's pretty good. Twisted Bow, we made 3.1 mil off 4 of them. We had one really bad Twisted Bow flip. We did make money though. Let's see, we also made money on the Dragon Hunter Lance, 480k. Grazi Rapier, 3 for 300k. It's pretty bad. The Ancestral Rope Bottom, 140k for 2. Not the worst thing in the world. And besides that, we had 2 losses. Dragon Hunter Crossbow, we lost 164k on those total because I accidentally instant sold them, so it feels bad, man. And the Sanguesti, we just bought 1. It rotated down on us. We lost. Yes! Yes, dude! Let's go! Are you kidding me? Let's go, man. We got that last Twisted Bow off, bringing us to 5 Twisted Bows flipped for 5.2 mil total profit. Over a mil per T-Bow. And we had a really bad T-Bow flip as well. Let's freaking go, guys! Let's go. It doesn't get better than that, man. So we are going to end off with a 9.1 mil profit instead of a 7 mil profit at the end of this one. I thought we were actually going to make more than that, but that is fine. Very happy with that as well. Go get some food. Oh, I will. Don't you worry. That's just a blessing, man. We got those likes coming in, and the Grand Exchange decided to give us some good RNG. Anyway, guys, thank you for tuning in today. Really appreciate it. We'll see you all on Monday for our next flipping live stream. Stay safe out there. Rip that Grand Exchange apart, and I'll see you all in the next one.